Hey everyone, welcome back to the M&R Show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
Hey, it's NFL draft week. How's everyone feeling?
Hey man, it's the draft. Finally, I can see my Washington team finally going to a new era, adding new talent. I know I'm talking
New
about
era,
Washington teams. I
baby.
love them, and I can't wait. So, hey, new era. Commanders football. Commanders football.
New era, same with allegations. But I can't wait for my Pittsburgh Steelers to introduce next. Hey man, we got Kevin Colbert taking his last stand in the war room. Gonna miss him. He has drafted plenty of Hall of Famers since the year 2000. Mark know how to count them up. But I'm looking forward to see the newest Steeler that our latest GM is gonna bring in. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So now we're going to be starting off with how many quarterbacks we think are going to get drafted in the first round. Who are those quarterbacks and where will they land? Mr. Satterwhite, what do you think about your, maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers on that list?
Yeah, Ron. I mean, we're definitely in the market for a quarterback. In my opinion, I would only like to be in the market for one quarterback, and that is Malik Willis. He is obviously probably going to be the first quarterback taken off the board. Now, with him, it's just a matter of where. Once he gets taken, that's when you're going to see another quarterback gets taken. If you see anybody jump up to maybe second to take him, you should expect another quarterback, maybe not in the top 10, but more so in the teens, because that's going to shift up that much. But if he ends up dropping about 20 to Pittsburgh, then you might can count on maybe one more quarterback making it out the first round. But in my opinion, maybe 3 to 4 quarterbacks going the first round, heavy on the 3. Of course, Malik Willis. I think Desmond Ridder, he's also a guy that people are very intrigued in, and that they think he could take over the reins of the franchise. Sam Howell's a surprise to me. I'm not really a big Howell guy, just because he reminds me too much of Baker Mayfield. So I'm not too big on Howell, but I definitely think he could be somebody that either rounds out the first round or even starts up the second. But yeah, with me, Kenny Pickett is a guy that you could get in the second round. So he would be that fourth quarterback that goes, but more likely he's going to be in the second round, in my opinion.
What do you think, Mark?
I mean, to be honest, to even get to the point, I think that it should be only probably like 2 quarterbacks being drafted in the first round. If you think about it, you look at the teams that really need a quarterback. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got the New Orleans Saints, who probably think about getting a backup quarterback, especially with the extra picks that they have.
Detroit,
and then Detroit to an extent, Carolina, you probably have Detroit still. Yeah, or Carolina. In Carolina too. And only 2 quarterbacks I feel like it's really worth being able to take in the first round is either Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. I think the other quarterbacks we should not be even looking at. And I think that for teams like Detroit, they would rather take those type of quarterbacks in the second or third round. They're not going to really take them in the first round. So I really think there's only 2 quarterbacks coming off this board, and it's either Malik Willis going to either Carolina or Pittsburgh, or you have Kenny Pickett going to like the Saints or one of those later teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. One, I just would love to see what Detroit does. They are just such a wild card, because I think they're going to be Detroit. I think it's actually going to be decent. Like, they're not going to win like 6 games, but they're not going to be in contention for the number 1 pick this year. I don't think the culture has clearly been good. They almost won a lot of close games last year. They might not be able to get Bryce or CJ or the USC QB next year. Like, they might just. So it's like, do you want to risk that? That's a tough one. So to pass on Malik Willis, it is a very high risk, but could be a high reward. I think Malik actually does go to Pittsburgh. I just really feel it. I just keep hearing experts say it too. I don't know how Pittsburgh's going to do it. I really, really feel like he's going to end up in Pittsburgh. I just really have that feeling. I don't know what pick how Pittsburgh does it. We saw what the Bears did with Justin Fields. I don't think they're looking back and being mad they don't have a first this year, if that's what it takes. Yeah, I mean, would you rather have, they have Fields now, they're coming from Mr. Trubisky. I think they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Then we have, like you said, Malcolm said with Pickett. I mean, we made fun of him a little bit, called him Mr. Small Hands on the show about 2 months ago. But overall, he had a really good senior season. It's going to be interesting to see. I think he ends up with the Carolina Panthers, actually. That's my little wild card. I don't know, at pick 6, I think Carolina either might go O-tackle, but I think it could be Pickett, and maybe Ridder could slide in like late in the first round. He has like a lot of, little traits. He's fast and pro style. Reminds me of Dak, actually. That's my Dak comp this year. So I think he's gonna be pretty good. So that's going. So I think at the max, I say 3, max 3, most likely 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm thinking about this, the Carolina stuff. They literally got a quarterback every year, to be honest. That quarterback room is really unbelievable. Like it's so many quarterbacks in there. And the fact that everybody get another quarterback, it's just so much stuff going on with that organization as far as trying to find a long-term option. But I feel you. I most definitely feel you. I just only think there's 2 quarterbacks in this draft that should be in the first round. I think that Sam Howard should not be in there. I don't really think Desmond Ridder should be in here, although he has the size and he looked like he did a very good job in the combine.
Cincinnati.
So, in Cincinnati, but they got the bowl and stuff like that, the bowl berth and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I just think there's only 2 quarterbacks. It's Kenny Pickett and a guy as in Malik Willis. So
what do you think about Seattle, Mont? Now, Seattle, none of us talk about Seattle and them possibly replacing Russell Wilson. That's another Malik Willis place I've heard. I don't see it, but what do you think about that one, Mont?
Yeah, I don't really see it. I mean, they have a solid pick where they could take him. I don't think it'll be a reach, but I just think you have a lot of pieces that you have to shuffle around. I mean, you lost Bobby Wagner, you lost Russell Wilson, like cornerstones of the team. Like, is DK really the cornerstone of the Seattle Seahawks? I don't think so. So just start building again. You got to really rethink if Pete Carroll is going to be your long-term answer. I mean, I don't think you're going to catch fire in a short amount of time that you really still have left with Pete. So Seattle got to be realistic with this pick. You can take Malik, but you got to know for a couple years he's going to be taking a beating for nothing.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's the second oldest coach in the NFL. So I don't even know what he's doing there. Like, what's the goal? Like, it seemed like he's just riding away up there. But I guess the same with the O-line. But now we can move on to our second topic of the day. The number 1 pick. It's been a fiasco over the last 2 weeks. We all know draft week, what happens, a lot of crazy news. So now we're going to be talking about who do we think is actually going to be the number 1 pick. I'm going to start this one, then we can go to Malcolm after that. And I think it's actually going to be Travon Walker. I just keep hearing too much. Like, I've heard Peter Schrager said, Mosher said, Mel Kiper was like hinting at it possibly happening. They're saying because Trent Baalke thinks he's Alden Smith, that's just such a high standard. Like, he had over 11 sacks in his rookie year. Like, that's just like, come on. We all know Alden Smith, it wasn't talent that got him off the field. So that's a pretty high standard for him. I really think it's gonna be Walker. It's for some reason, I don't know. For Hutchinson, they just haven't praised him. It could be a smoke screen, but why would you smoke screen when no one can jump you? So it just doesn't make any sense. And Detroit is probably gonna run that card in if Hutchinson is there, hometown kid. So I think it's probably be Walker. What do you think, Malcolm?
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a smoke screen for maybe this person who's like the second, like Detroit or something like that in that nature, as in like somebody can jump up to get him as far as, Houston or anybody of that nature. But at the end of the day, I think Aiden Hutchinson should be the one, because at the end of the day, he has the most as far as potential. He's only 21 years old, and you're talking about the size and the combination of speed and all that other stuff and strength. Like, this is just a perfect addition to what Jacksonville has going on. Like I said, that Aiden Hutchinson combo with Josh Allen, like, that's a scary duo that has so much potential, especially what Jacksonville has to do is trying to build their defensive line, which gave them problems last year. So I just think that Aiden Hutchinson is going to be the one, because you're looking at that Aiden Hutchinson and Jared Allen combo. It's just too hard to just pass upon, to be honest with you.
Mark
does have a real good point about Aiden Hutchinson and Jonathan Allen. As we've seen in the Josh Allen.
All these people, this man didn't have about 3 names.
Exactly.
I said Jonathan Allen, did I? You think about Commander stuff. My bad.
Yeah, think about Brandon Sheriff over at Jacksonville. Regardless, I just think in the mock draft simulator, I definitely took Evan Neal as the first pick. Hindsight is always 2020, and this is 2022. So I think we're gonna look somewhere different as far as being Jacksonville. I do think Aiden Hutchinson should be that pick going off the board. He is a freak, and as we've seen, edge rushers really are the premium in the very early stages of the draft. Do we expect Jacksonville to be back there next year? Yes. So, I mean, players like a left tackle, which they do need, possibly will be there next year. But I might side with Ron on this one. I heard a lot about Walker, too. He popped out of nowhere, honestly. He really wasn't on anybody's board to be top 10, maybe, until maybe like a month ago. And now they're talking about him being number 1. Smoke screen, I mean, I'm not sure. This could just be a Jacksonville decision. Jacksonville's feeling like they're trendy right now, and they're going to take the unconscious pick. And what more can we expect from Jacksonville? That's kind of right on par.
If he does,
that's kind of right on par.
If he does that, that'll be the worst for Jacksonville, and it would show the mediocrity that it continues to like carry over. And I just don't think that is true. You just don't pass on Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson has too much skill. He's young. He has a high ceiling. Like, start it off where it's supposed to be started off with Aiden Hutchinson and Josh Allen. Please. Just do one thing right, and that still be the right pick.
Like, Travon Walker had 7 sacks last year, wasn't a full-time starter. No, I mean, the trades, he's like the fastest ever, like 270 or something crazy like that. He has all these like combine measurements, which are important, but like, come on, you got to produce too. Like, you're on the Georgia defense. We all watched the national championship. I don't even remember hearing his name. Like, I don't remember hearing his name. Like, everybody knows the big boy in the middle. We all know the linebacker. We all know the safety. Like, even if you don't know their name, you remember seeing them fly around. I don't remember seeing this guy. So it's not that he won't be a good player, because he clearly has all the measurables, but like, Jacksonville, what are we doing? Like, Trevor Lawrence, he's out. This is why Eli Manning said, no, I'm not going to the Chargers. Because sometimes you gotta just say no. Like, Trevor Lawrence just said no. Like, it's just looking bad, man. You can't get we're not even talking about the tackle. Get the man a tackle. We talking about defense. You gotta hold this man up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know how many more times in my lifetime I could see the Jags having the number 1 pick. I mean, like, Blake Bortles, Trevor Lawrence, Jake Matthews. I mean, come on now. Like, at some point, this franchise has to get it together. Last year's pick was supposed to be the pick, and
not even helping them. Christian Kirk is their help for his his development.
They had one of the most toxic coaching staffs known to man. It was more toxic than the Commanders, which is crazy. I didn't think that would actually
says a lot,
happen.
baby.
It says a lot. So I mean, forget that I even said it.
Forget that I even brought it up. But no, I mean, come on, Urban's out there. I mean, Doug Peterson's he has a Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not sure if he's an elite coach, but then I think he's at least good. I wouldn't say he's bad. First, he's just better than Urban. He's gonna be better than that. Like, that was not that Urban's a bad coach, but we saw what was going on. That was like Tim Tebow at tight end.
Yeah, it was toxicity. He didn't even know who Aaron Donald was. Come on, he didn't even know who Aaron Donald was.
That had to be a lie. I just can't believe it. Yeah. Like, it was reported by a trusted source, but like, I don't even care. Like, if that's true, what did he say in the interview? Like, that's for a whole nother day. And then Bulky, the GM that hired him, is still there. It's like the problem's still in Jacksonville.
The franchise is still there. It's one of those situations.
I hope for Trevor Lawrence. I hope for James Robinson, the running back, undrafted free agent. It's been amazing. They got some young players that are Josh Allen, Miles Jack. Like, I hope them boys can get right, man. Jalen Ramsey also got the heck out of there. He's been balling ever since. Not that he wasn't before, but got his money. So good luck to Jacksonville. And any final remarks?
Yeah, I can't wait for the draft. I'm very excited. I love the draft every year. It just has my heart every year to see new players come into the league, new stars. And right now, I'm just going to call it one of the biggest draft surprises. We're going to see Desmond Ridder go at 11. And that's just going to make my night. That is going to make my night if Desmond Ridder
Wait a minute. Malcolm?
Hey, yo, let's end this podcast for real, because, you know what I'm saying, people be really trying to add the extra stuff up there. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. I mean, besides that, we possibly got the IG Live coming. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're not sure how many picks we're gonna be on the IG Live for, but we're for sure at least Commanders, Cowboys, Steelers. We're locked in on those picks. We know for a fact we'll be on there.
We'll be there.
And we'll try to be there at least early in the draft. If some crazy surprises happen, we'll see how. If y'all give us some little bump, we'll stay on there as long as the fans are there. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, y'all gonna make sure y'all see my Commanders up there, and I want to make sure y'all know that. So my Commanders gonna make a very good pick. We're gonna be able to do a good job of being able to add to this organization as far as this team and start building this team.
The first ever pick.
Historic.
The first ever pick for the Commanders.
Historic.
Like to see. And on that note, make sure if you're on the YouTube, the Apple, the Spotify, just keep listening and sharing. We love all the fans. Keep commenting. We got some other stuff coming for you all. So stay tuned. I'm out.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Malcolm Ron Show. We have a lot of different takes that we put. Ron, spits about his Cowboys because, football season's coming up. So, Ron's been disappointed yet again. So make sure y'all stay tuned about that. Instagram is doing a very, very good job, posting stuff on Instagram. So make sure y'all tune in. And y'all, appreciate the support. Y'all have a good one.
All right.